Hey everybody, Nightmare on Kelp Street here, and today I'm going to be talking about the Sabrina Carpenter short and sweet deluxe songs. If you're unfamiliar with my channel, my name is Danny. I cover music, usually newer music and music reviews on this channel, and I've been slowly working my way through covering every single viewer requested project on the channel throughout the past year, because this channel is now about a year and a half old. So this is the next on my docket here. So this is going to be a review of Sabrina Carpenter's Short and Sweet, the deluxe song specifically, requested by Philly to Best again. I promise after this video I'm getting to more reviews requested by other people on the channel. This was just like one of the shorter projects to cover. So I was going to cover the shorter things like singles and EPs or deluxe songs first, and then work my way up to like full albums, and this was the second shortest to cover. We're going to start with her newest single, Man Child, and the controversy that Sabrina Carpenter's been in recently, as in 2025, about how the album cover for her newest album seems like it's been sparking a lot of controversy. People called it misogynistic or called it like demeaning. I'm like, look, I think the song itself is very like satirical, poppy, catchy way to like do a jab at like how she's like. She often talks about in her songs that she's like, oh, the men I date, like, you know, I promise I promise I'm not choosing them, but they kind of suck. They're man children. And, you know, some people are kind of end up in these relationships or, like, in these circumstances where they realize they have a pattern of people they're dating or seeing, but, like, they don't really know how to break that pattern. And I feel like in a healthier way, if I'm going to talk about this in the video, I want to say that if you feel like you've been in this pattern of, like, going out with people or being attracted to people who, you know, typically it doesn't work out with, or it kind of just becomes a fling or something, then it's okay to take time to not be with someone, not date, and assess, like, what you would like to change about that if you want a more serious relationship. If you don't want a serious relationship, that's fine. You know, I feel like with how much musicians tour, like, I feel like Sabrina Carpenter's fine where she's at. You know, it's like she's often, like, not in the same place for a long amount of time, so I can imagine this would be hard to date around when you're like not in the same state or even country for a long period of time. So, you know, I gotta imagine she's fine, and this is just like a very tongue-in-cheek song and way of like expressing that feeling. But for here in these deluxe songs, we start out with 15 minutes. I love the chorus refrain of I can do a lot in 15 minutes. It's a really funny, cool concept, a quick pop banger about Minutemen. It's just as strong as the main album cuts on the main album, Short and Sweet, to me, honestly. This rides directly into Please, 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 featuring Dolly Parton. And I hate to say it, but I don't like this song. It's the only Sabrina Carpenter song I just straight up do not like and haven't like really been revisiting or listening to. And it's because of Dolly, unfortunately. She's just not as good or strong of a singer now as Sabrina is, and it shows, especially when they're singing right next to each other on this song and duetting it. Please, 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 the original is definitely better. Highly recommend going and listen to that one if you haven't heard it. I think for being like a pop country fusion type artist, it's very monumental that she was finally able to get like Dolly Parton on a feature, but I just hate to see it kind of come out this way, where I'll hear people online going crazy about the song, and I just cannot feel the hype on it like other people do, and I'm sad to say that, but I can't. I couldn't make it any harder. The third song, it's a nice old school kind of crooning slow down song about struggling with being combative with a loved one and like being at odds. Again, harkening back to like how Man Child, the newest singles, like kind of the back and forth dynamics of being at odds with your loved one. Great one. It's a slow song, but a good one. The fourth song, Busy Woman, very 80s pop. Probably one of my favorites on the deluxe songs here, next to 15 minutes. I don't like the "if you don't want me, I'll deem you gay" line in this song, but otherwise, a great, very poppy song. The chorus really saves it and brings it all the way back around. And then the fifth song here, on the five new songs, Bad Reviews, probably one of my next favorites here. So, yeah, my top favorites would be Bad Reviews, Busy Woman, and 15 Minutes. Very somber outro to this little batch of songs. And really sticks out to me with lines like, if I close my eyes, all your red flags are blue. And very self-aware comments in the song about the bad relationship she's in, but resisting the change. A good new outro to the album, a little country flair in it. If I go over these five songs and think about how Man Child came out and really brought the energy back and very much upbeat, I'm very excited about this new album. I saw Sabrina Carpenter live about 2 or 3 years ago now, and I loved it. It was a gorgeous night. She had a really big like heart motif set up on stage. It like confetti shot out little mini paper hearts at the end, and there were people handing out bracelets and things there, and it was a very cute concert. It was probably one of the more heavy stage presence concerts I've ever been to, where it's like very fanciful and very cute and very out there. So this experience really stuck with me. So I'm really excited to see what her next album comes up with. If you saw me looking off screen here, I have conducted like multiple notes for these projects. So I'm going to be slowly working my way through all the notes I've made for these projects y'all requested. And I want to say thank you so much for requesting things and for sticking with the channel as long as I have, despite hiatuses or pauses I've been doing between the channel's uploads. I've only been gaining subscribers, so I really appreciate everyone's been sticking around and like really interested in these topics. You know, I cover a lot of newer music, and I made this channel with the thought in mind of like, people out there probably don't follow music as religiously, especially newer music, that I do, and like research it and make notes and think about it. So I wanted to share that love with the world and get recommendations from other people. And honestly, as I've been reviewing these and covering the viewer requested projects here, I really found things I like a lot, and things I probably would never found without the viewers. So I really appreciate all of you sticking around and requesting things. Whether you're subscribed or not, requesting things in this channel helps with the engagement, and I will cover it eventually. It might just be on the second wave of like notes like this within the next year or so. But since we're at the end of the video here, if you liked this video, give it a like. Leave a comment about what you want me to review next, or what you thought about these deluxe songs, or what you're listening to currently. Please subscribe. I mean, it helps me out, and I only upload like probably once every week, every 2 weeks right now, so it's not going to be spamming your timeline or anything. And I really hope to see y'all soon, within the next week and a half, for my next review. Let's see, the next review coming up here, since I have notes already set out, is probably going to be the 8 new Lil Nas X songs from Days Before Dream Boy. So I look forward to that. I love these songs, and it was requested from my wife, Jenny. So thank you, Jenny, for requesting these, and I'll be coming back with these soon. I love you, Kelpies, and goodbye.